Hello, students. Today we are going to talk briefly about how to get information from the internet that is valid and reliable. So, where do you look for valid and reliable information? And how do you know it's valid and reliable? I'm going to give you 6 tips that you're going to use to develop an understanding about whether or not these websites are valid and reliable. So, first of all, what does valid and reliable even mean? When it comes to health information, valid means that it's supported by facts or authority, that it's sound, that it's true. Reliable means you can go back to it, it's worthy of trust. So, as you search online, you're likely to find websites for a lot of agencies and organizations that aren't very well known. You're going to answer these questions, there's 6 of them. And you should be able to find more information about those websites by asking these 6 questions. A lot of this information to answer the questions can be found in the About Us section of the website. So, the first question: who sponsors it? Where does it come from? If it's a .gov, it's a government agency. If it's an edu, it's educational. .org is nonprofit, and .com is commercial. Now, not all .coms are bad. Okay, WebMD, for example, is a .com, and it has very reliable and valid information. But this gives you an idea of who's sponsoring or hosting the website. So, who wrote the information? Who reviewed it? So now we're getting a little more specific about the actual articles that you're finding on these websites. So, ask some questions. Is the person an expert in their field? How do you find that out? Well, are they an MD? Can you take that person and Google their name and find out about them? Does the person work for an organization? What are the goals of the organization they work for? Is the health information written or reviewed by a healthcare professional? Trustworthy websites will always have contact information that you can use to reach the site sponsor or authors. Be careful about testimonials and blogs and personal stories. They might be great, okay? But they also aren't going to give you all the time the factual information. Just because that was the one person's experience doesn't mean those are medical facts. So remember, and I'll say this a bunch of times, no information should ever replace seeing a doctor. So don't go onto WebMD, do the symptom checker, find out you've got allergies when actually you've got pneumonia. Okay? You need to go see a health professional to give you advice that caters to your specific situation. Number 3, how current is the information? When was it written? Okay? Try to stay current with the health information. Pardon me. You don't want to make decisions about your care based on out of date information. What is the topic? Well, if it's human anatomy, it can probably be pretty old. If it's what's the function of the liver, it can probably be pretty old. But if it's about the COVID vaccine, it should probably be within the last week, or it's not going to be relevant. What is the purpose of the site? Is it trying to sell you something? If so, that might not be great. What is the motive or the goal? So you can judge its content. Is it based on scientific evidence rather than one person's opinion? Are they sharing facts or opinions? Be careful of bias. Bias means that the person is coming from a position where the information they give is tainted. It isn't fact, it's thoughts and bias. Number 5, keep your privacy protected. Every website has a privacy policy. If it doesn't, that's problematic. If a website says it uses cookies, be careful. That might mean that some of your privacy might be at risk. Never share your personal information to get health information. Never sign up for a free trial or give your name and address and phone number just to get to the information in the website. You should never have to do that. It's a big red flag, and you shouldn't have to sign up for an account to get health information. The last question: does this website offer some quick, easy solution to your medical problem, or a miracle cure, or, lose 400 pounds in 90 days? All right. You want to make sure that this isn't if it sounds too good to be true, it's probably too good to be true. Make sure you can find other websites with that same information. Excuse me. So maybe Google that product or that cure. So, final words. Try to be specific on your search. So if you're looking for something about psoriasis, write psoriasis rather than skin disorder. Be more specific, you'll get better information. Online information does not ever substitute for medical diagnosis. Try a double Google. So you come up with a website, you find some information, you're thinking, I'm not really sure. Take that author or the site sponsor and Google that. See if it's reliable. Remember, social media, your blogs, your friend who tells a story about how their ears turned purple when they ate green beans, that kind of stuff, those are not reliable sources of health information. Just because it happened to somebody doesn't mean it's a reliable source of information. All right, you can go on to the activity now. Hopefully you finished up your notes. Take care. Bye.